That doesn't sound like giving a damn. That's what I'm saying. There you go, girl. I've been you. Recalling Newsom is the first step. Okay? That's the first step. That's the waking up. Once we're awake, we got to put our shoes on, get out of bed, and start running. Okay? Run for office. If you feel it in you, if your friends and neighbors are saying that's what you should do it. Get involved in politics.
Don't get involved in the GOP. Don't get involved in the GOP if you support the MAGA movement.
Get involved in politics. Come on, let's start cheering because we don't need negativity. We've already got enough in this building. Let's go. Wake up, California. California deserves better. We deserve better, and we're going to get better when we start demanding better. That's what's going to happen. Some people, you see, this is the one thought. One thought. Okay? You guys, let's bring it back. We're not going to pay attention to this. We're here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is what? Recall Gavin Newsom. Recall Gavin Newsom. That's right, you guys. If you're wondering how to get involved, find your local party and get involved. Ready? Alright, thank you so much for having me. My time is up. I don't want to talk to you guys all way.
That is a local patron.
Keep going, don't stop. Recalling Newsom is the first step. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to appreciate everybody that's coming out here. I'm Joe Caldwell, one of the organizers who organized a group called Road Trip. We've been traveling for this year. We've been traveling up and down the coast.
We got a real talk. So don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll bust your shit open.
Hold on.
I don't give a fuck. Don't grab my shit.
In the past, we're all fighting for one cause.
Fuck you, Kevin Kylie.
One thing that people don't understand is
Somebody hold my gear right quick. No.
this type of energy, this type of energy that needs to go to making sure our energy is
No, I do. I really do. Because fuck the GOP. That's why. Fuck the GOP. You don't respect shit. You don't respect shit. You don't respect shit, bro.
I didn't touch you.
Kevin Kylie, you're a fucking fraud.
He is not.
You're Kevin Kylie. He's a fucking fraud. Fuck the GOP. 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 They are anti-MAGA movement, baby. Thank you. If you support small business, fuck the GOP. Fuck the GOP. Kevin Kylie jumped on the recall at the end. This man's put in all the work, and the GOP's stealing his fucking money. Fuck the GOP.
GOP just wrote me a check for $100.
Sir, I have PTSD from childhood.
I respect that, bro. No, I respect you. I respect that. Much love. My bad. I'm out.
Did you know that the GOP believes in families?
No, they don't. GOP don't believe in shit. The GOP just called me a fucking Nazi this week and voted me out because I'm a fucking Proud Boy. They are not fucking conservatives. They're modern 80s liberals in the fucking GOP.
But maybe
That's this GOP.
This guy knows his stuff.
But maybe the Proud Boys were too violent.
Proud Boys protected these fucking cucks.
Yes.
Without the fucking Proud Boys, they get violated.
But
you understand? They threw us to the fucking curb. Cops know who I am.
So what it is everybody has to love each other.
Cops are fucking good with me. The moment they ask me to leave them out.
But when you're aggressive,
No, he's not
I didn't touch
He's not
anybody.
aggressive.
They grabbed me. They shoved me.
That's right.
That's it.
I got it on video.
You're aggressive. It's not aggressive, it's ruining a party. It's not aggressive.
Fuck the GOP! Corinne Rankin is a fraud! Jessica Patterson is a fraud! Fuck the Grand Old Party! Gang of old people! They are a gang of old people! people. They are white. We only have 28% Republicans in California. The GOP is destroying the Republican Party. Understand? They're anti-MAGA. GOP is anti-making America great again. Jessica Patterson's open borders, pro-DACA, socialized healthcare. No problem, men in blue.
Thank you. What's your name, man?
Jeffrey. Asked Moose about me. He asked me if I was coming. I promised no anger. No violence. Anger's flowing out of me. But Moose called me. We're good.
Hi.
Brian made sure to say that I would come here and tell the GOP to get fucked. Corinne Rankin can get fucked. Fuck the GOP. Jessica Patterson, you fucking cunt. You fucking racist bitch. Fuck you, Jessica Patterson. Fuck you. Fuck you, Corinne Rankin. Vote me out again when I run again in 4 years. Watch what happens. I will run again, and I'll make you vote me out again. And I'm going to run 25 or 30 of my friends. We're taking the Central Committee back, folks. Fuck the left that's infiltrated the right. We cannot allow... Oh, these are my folks. These won't hurt you.
Yeah.
Lindsay's a little bit on the mood today. You're good, Jones. I'm good, bro. I just gotta make sure I tell the GOP while I can, while they're all here, the fucking grifting leeches that they are, showing up trying to sell books. Fuck you, Kevin Kiley. You're violating your own rules. Your own book chapters, dude. You're doing the same shit. Kevin Kiley, you are a fraud. Corinne Rankin, you're a fraud. Jessica Patterson, you're a fraud. The GOP is a gang of old people, a bunch of racist bigots who are conforming to the leftist ideologies. Cancel culture is within our movement, folks. They do not stand for the family. They don't support traditional Republican values. Corinne Rankin is a fraud. Jessica Patterson is a fraud. The GOP are washed up. No, I'll let this dude go by. Hey, I'll let you go. I'll stop yelling. Just hurry up. I don't want to affect your mental condition, my man. He asked me. He said I have a condition, PTSD. I respect that.
Yeah,
No. I said I respect your condition, so I will wait for you to go by.
Go to the right. Go to the right. She's opening it up over there.
Cool. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? These people have no idea what they stand for. The GOP is a corrupt group of washed-up politicians and rich people who are putting minorities in positions to make themselves appear as if they're not racist. The GOP is a bunch of bigots hiding in clothing that pretends to be Republican. The GOP has no idea what freedoms are. I won my election. These scumbags gave me no examples of any bylaws that I violated. They simply got their little gang of fucking insiders together to vote me out. See, their constituents here in the area voted me in. I got on the ballot legally. I got elected legally. I did what I was supposed to do in the democratic process. How dare that woman sit over there and say, get into office, run for office, get involved with politics. Getting involved with politics means nothing unless you're one of their typical little puppets that you're willing to do and say whatever. You guys are good. I won't go any further than where I am right now. No problem, men and women in blue. Respect, folks. You understand? You give and you get respect. I do as I said because I told these people I would come here and I would use my freedom of speech. I'm not here to be physically violent. I just want to tell the GOP they're a bunch of grand old pussies. The GOP are a bunch of pussies. They need the Proud Boys. They abandoned the Proud Boys when it mattered. If we weren't here for the last 3 years, you pussies would have been getting beat up at every event. You understand? The one event we don't go to, and they slice all your tires. You understand? You go ahead, and you throw us to the wolves, and you let us get thrown in prison, and you wait till they start throwing those fucking gulags up. And you know what? When they come for you, there won't be nobody there to help. You are going to say, oh, can somebody help me? Where's the Proud Boys now? Probably locked up in a fucking gulag? Yeah, because you guys have turned your backs on us. You've become a part of the cancel culture of the left. The Republican Party is a bunch of washed up scrubs. If you support the GOP, you're a fucking fraud. You have no brain in your head, and you might as well go get your COVID vaccine. You fucking idiots. Go get your flu shots. Go get your vaccines. GOP, expedite them to the front of the line. Anybody in the GOP, give them that vaccine. Give them 2 or 3 of them, please. Please.
What happened? What's the change of heart about?
I mean, they voted me out, right?
They voted him.
They voted me out of my ballot, but I fucking won my election, dude.
What election? For
I got
what?
elected to the fucking GOP, and their first duty was to unelect me.
Dude, what's your name?
Jeffrey Perrine.
What did you get elected to?
Central Committee GOP.
And what happened? They did.
I'm a fucking supposed white supremacist to the Republicans.
So they just threw you
They
out?
fucking threw me out with no bylaw violation or nothing.
And you got elected?
Yes. Got on the ballot, won my election in the fucking GOP. That same dumb bitch on stage that said, run for office.
How is that legal, though?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. I just don't have the money to sue these fucking scumbags. So this is what I'm doing instead. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow you around, Kevin. You're never going to sell another book, Kevin. I know you hear me, you little fucking beta cup. I'm coming for you, Kevin. Just so you know, Kevin. You little Yale La Jolla graduate. You Ivy League scum. You deep stater hiding amongst the Republicans. Why did you vote on that AB vote, which allowed for mail-in ballots, Kevin? Why won't you answer the questions, Kevin? We just want to know what you knew right before the lockdown, why you were okay with mail-in ballots, Kevin. Kevin Kiley, why should we have to fund people's postage? Taxpayers should not be paying for the postage of people that do not want to vote unless provided free postage. It's a part of the democratic process. Fuck, walk your ballot down to the office, the post office, and turn it in. Bottom line. Man, I wish I had one of those things right about now. The GOP is a gang of old pussies! Gang of pussies! Corinne Rankin, Betsy Graves Mahan, Kevin Kiley, I know who you are. You best bet I'm going to be at every single book signing, Kevin.
Let me ask you something. President Trump, I've received an article saying that the GOP cannot use his name for fundraising purposes.
Good.
What do you think of that? Can you add that to, I'm going to videotape that part because they do not have the privilege to use his name for fundraising purposes if all they do is vote to impeach him out.
That's right. They should. They say that they're
The GOP wants to take Donald Trump's name, his email list, and use it as an ability to profit. The GOP stood by for 4 years while Donald Trump got railroaded. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and the other rhinos like Kevin Kiley, who pretend to be Republican until it comes voting time, you know, they run on this premise of we stand for freedom of speech and freedom of affiliation and private property and gun rights. Where have you been at, Kevin? Where have you been at? You and James Gallagher, you jump on this recall effort right at the end. You're a bunch of frauds. You're using it as a way to try to get reelected. I'm bringing it to the forefront. If anybody's going to do damage to this party, it's going to be the rhinos hiding amongst the Republicans. They're just as bad as the Antifa that are hiding in the streets. You understand? You continue to stab your constituents in the back by being anti-MAGA. We want closed borders. We want small taxes, limited government, gun rights, freedom of speech. All the above are God-given rights. And all the people here within the GOP party have completely capitulated to the left. Identity politics, cancel culture, they are a bunch of frauds. He's with Sac News and Review, he's a good dude. I mean, I don't agree with anything he says, but I mean, he's a human being. And he's been kind to me. So all I ask is that the GOP considers listening to their constituents. Kevin Kiley, on our side support us, and they truly do not. Kevin Kiley is an Ivy League fraud who's infiltrated a conservative stronghold, El Dorado County, Placer County, but this is where true conservatives reside. We need to call out these rhinos. It is way too close to Sacramento swamp territory to be allowing for people like Kevin Kiley, the non-active beta cuck that he is, to come out here and act like he's a conservative, when we all know, Kevin Kiley, you are a fraud. Kevin Kiley, you're a beta cuck, low-T beta. You have no balls. You need to stand up for the conservatives in the movement and stop bowing down to the left. We put you in office. We will remove you. Trust me, I live in your district. All these people here from other areas don't live in the same area as you, Kev. The angry guy with the megaphone does. I live in your neighborhood, Kevin. I think it might be time for me to take my megaphone to Mr. Kiley's house. I think he would love the megaphone, don't you? I think so, Mr. Kiley. I think it's time that we come and visit your house with the megaphone, big guy. CHP, gonna call the cops on us now? Are you gonna call the cops on us again, Kevin? Huh? We're simply asking you why you voted on a bill to allow for mail-in ballots to be funded by the Republicans. I do not feel the taxpayers should have to cover the postal cost of voters' mail-in ballots that we clearly do not support. If you want to vote because of your absentee ballot status, that is your right. But voting by mail and harvesting ballots is exactly why we've lost every major election in the state of California. You understand? Go ahead and cheer for these washed up GOP members. There's a reason why they only make up 23% of the voter base in the state of California. When independents actually have a higher voter block than you in your state, you are probably not following along with their ideology, okay? There are millions of conservatives in this state. Millions.
What's conservatism?
Conservatism to me is preserving the Constitution and the Bill of Rights from perversion. Not allowing these fucking scum, white, black, Asian, Indian, we all have the same rights and I'll fucking defend you. If you're a Marxist and you want to spew your shit, I'll defend you until you fucking get violent, right? That's what I stand for. I stand for not being told to wear a fucking mask every time I go somewhere to buy food. Not being told that my 2-year-old child has to wear a mask to fly in a fucking airplane. It's unreasonable. I mean, my son is in gymnastics and they say he doesn't have to wear a mask until he changes what group he's in. Oh, so he can jump with 20 fucking kids for 30 minutes, all kinds of shit flying out of his mouth, but when he changes groups to walk over there, he's got to wear a mask.
What group are you in?
What do you mean?
What group are you identifying with? Do you identify as a Republican or are you?
I mean, I thought I identified as a Republican, and that's kind of why I'm here, because clearly the Republican Party has become this perverted version of what they used to be, which is clearly in support of open borders, free healthcare, DACA, homosexual stuff. That's your business if you support the gays. I'm not against their right to get married. I just don't want it in the schools. I don't want it pushed down my children's throats. If you're LGBT, that's your right. I'm not going to hate or go out of my way to ruin your life, right? But do the same for me. That's all I ask. If I'm a Christian conservative and I want to raise my kid that way, don't call me a bigot, racist, Nazi. The GOP threw me out. I'm an elected official. I got on the ballot, got elected, won my shit. They created a fucking bylaw to throw me out. And you know what the bylaw was? Groups of people that are violent against buildings. We don't support them. Really, because I don't recall being violent against a building. You know, huh?
I thought that was BLM.
But see, that's the thing, is they are BLM now. And that's why we've got all these people that are in charge of our party are minority women. And they can act like they don't have their own biases, which is complete bullshit. Because we all do, okay? They can act like they don't. I'm biased. I'm a white man. I have a tendency to be pro-white more than I am others. But that's because I got white kids. It ain't a bad thing to be pro your group, but you also look out for everyone around you.
Pro-American.
Dude, thank you. And when I am pro-me, and I want to focus on the world as a whole, that we all get treated equally. That doesn't mean, yeah, all 98% except for the people that we blame for all the shit that's going on, right? I mean, you cannot say a white person's a fucking colonizing slave owner, right? And then expect me to be okay with being called.
Not an American.
You said
Not a citizen. Yeah, no, not here. Not recently.
I'm out here for my kids, anyone's kids, yes.
You also said that you like aren't into like open borders, not into people coming through. What do you say to people who are coming to America for their kids, for a better future for their kids?
There's the correct way to do it.
Generation from Mexico.
My thought process on it is really, and I mean, I know it's a hard one, okay, but we still live in a world of natural selection, okay, survival of the fittest. Unfortunately, if I give up all my resources to everybody that wants to provide for their kids, there's a certain point where I need to defend what's mine to keep my kids safe. I don't want to live like these people in these streets, where my son goes, hey Dad, why is there a whole neighborhood of homeless living in an area over there? What's wrong, Dad? Or then he goes, a commercial pops up and it's Girl Scout cookies, and they're advertising, and my son goes, hey Dad, do the Boy Scouts sell cookies? And I go, there are no Boy Scouts, son. He goes, what? That's not fair. He's fucking 6. Explain that to a fucking 6-year-old on a playground. Hey, 300 years ago, people your skin color did something, so we're gonna keep that from you now. How's it feel? That's what they're doing today, and I have a major problem with that. No, in general, like being white, right? Being blamed for what's going on today.
They're just trying to divide us. You're explaining it wrong, that's all.
I mean, I'm emotional.
And that's all it is.
But
And
here's the
you guys
thing.
are taking advantage of that stuff. Because like what he's saying is right, and it's not a white thing, it's an American thing. That's
right.
But see, the thing is the reason why I bring up
USA,
color is
man.
because the first thing the GOP does is goes, he's a white neo-Nazi racist. So it's not that I ever was out saying anything about being white, but I started going, how come all these people bash me for being white? I'm only out here just being here, and they're like, if something bad happens, white guy, and you're like, I thought we were trying to get away from that.
Yep.
The looking at someone who's maybe the minority in thought, right? Because I'm the minority Republican out here.
And you're straight.
So I mean, you saw how they treated me out there. A black man walked up to me, put his fucking arm around my neck, and then holds me in like a kind headlock and goes, come with me, bro. And I'm like, get your fucking hands off me. Then some other dude tries to rip my fucking megaphone out of my hands, and they're calling me violent. All I did was use my freedom of speech, which they claim to stand for, right? But they don't, because it doesn't fit their narrative. I am blowing the fucking party on their fundraising grift that they're doing right now, jumping on the end where I've been involved with the recall effort for almost 3.5 years. They haven't been nowhere. So all those weekends I'm out collecting signatures, doing events, doing this, trying to raise money. These scum fucks have been coming to work 1 out of 5 days a week, going and why is Kevin going to fucking cities way down south to sell his book during the week? Why aren't you writing a bill? Not just one fucking bill. I want to know why you're not writing a bill for small businesses that aren't just black, right? Like up in Portland. Oh, only black businesses get this money. Well then, Kevin, write another bill that counters that makes it so everyone gets a bill. Don't just bitch. Do something about it. Be proactive. And I just wanted to bring attention to the fact that this man's been in office and I can't think of anything that he's done.
We have to stop being complacent.
I can't think of a bill. You ask anyone here that's here to support this man what he's done to better your life, and they can't give you an example. But he's our token bastion Republican in the area, right? But when I stand next to him and go, hey, you support freedom of speech? He goes, yeah, unless you're a Proud Boy, unless you're, and that's what I want to get to. So is it 3%ers next? Is it the fucking militia movements next, Kev? Because he's anti-vax. So I said to him, hey, when Congress calls you a fucking loony anti-vaxxer, I'm anti-vax too, bro. I won't be backing you up no more, Kev. That's where you're fucking up. Everything that he claims to support, me and all my people do, okay? And once you lose me, the loudmouth, arrogant, fucking boisterous guy. White, angry man, right? So what I've also started to do is use leftist tactics. They go after their own. The left isn't attacking, well, they do attack righties, but not like they do their own party. The left goes right to the office, and they're like, Nancy Pelosi, boo! And she's like, oh shit, let's change this bill. So I'm like, fuck it, let's give Kevin Kiley and these Republicans a taste of their own medicine. And even Susan Crosby was like, oh my God, Jeff, I don't know him. So it's the same loudmouths that were being thrown out of the GOP 2 years ago. They're like distancing themselves because they're back in the party. Susan Crosby was leaving the GOP 2 years ago when they threw her boyfriend Mac out of the GOP because he's a loudmouth like me. But see, they're rich, upper class, white people that do live in that area. That's why they're over there doing their little token, put their little minority up on stage to pretend like they're, and that's why I say they're the bigots.
Class division.
They are the true racists who go, hey, we'll fund this minority to not look racist. hey, let's put Corinne Rankin over here. Let's put Jessica Patterson over here. We ran Travis Allen for governor. Why the fuck did the GOP nominate Jessica Patterson?
That's right.
We run someone for governor and you nominate just whoop over here. No. They buy proxies. That's where money comes into play. They go around and they have votes over the internet for the GOP.
That's where everybody's missing it. We go to the Senate and it's already been taken care of. They already know what they're going to do. Nobody here, I beg all of you, start showing up. You got to come to the Senate. You got to go to the Board of Supervisors down here. I beg you. There's only 10, 20 of us showing up. Nobody else is doing it.
I did it for a whole 6 months.
We have to come down. If you have kids, you have to start being part of the PTA at your school. They have 2 union members in every school. That is a fact.
What's a union
Wake
member
up.
most times?
Wake
Usually
up,
left-leaning or
everybody.
progressive.
Wake up.
And see, I like
We're losing California.
I like that this guy defended me because I do.
Well, I don't know anything about you. You said great stuff,
you defended
and everybody needs to wake up.
You defended my emotional outbursts.
That's
and
where
see,
it
this
is.
is where I've got my Latino friends and my other ones to keep me in check when I do get a little bit out.
You see me going like this?
Right? Tone it down, Jeffrey. But she also understands that she knows my children. This woman's been intimately involved with my family.
We've on the stage, so it was beautiful. I know who you are
we've
now.
slept in the same hotel rooms together. These people don't know me, and then I guess that's what's so hard is they've done more damage to me than the left ever could. Before the GOP,
Amen. People do not understand. I was trying to explain what that was going on. They are just as bad.
They literally put my phone. So the
Newsom.
GOP put my address. The GOP sent me to Newsweek, Sacramento Bee, Washington Post, Time, CNN, fucking the world did an article on me because of these people. And I have no right to be mad because the fucking chair of my GOP calls me a neo-Nazi without knowing
Anywhere
it.
you go, his posters out there that he's a racist.
My address,
He's one of my
with my fucking picture of my home and my vehicles, my license plates, my wife's name, zoomed in on me, and they call me a racist because I said in a comment, and we'll clarify this too since you got a video. When I'm trolling for 3 hours like you saw me with a megaphone and you get a 13-second clip of a 2-hour rampage and you get smash the heads of an illegal alien, that's kind of a random comment, don't you think? You don't just hear me on the corner, we should be smashing the heads of illegal immigrants. No. What happened was a leftist tried to jump a fence and the Department of Homeland Security gave him the George Floyd. And I went, whoa, we do that to American citizens, not illegals jumping the fence. I was trying to contextualize the fact that we in America aren't walked into a 5-star fucking hotel when we break the law, like you said. What about the people bringing their kids here? My child can't go to soccer, and illegals are right now down at the border being given 3 meals a day, snacks, schooling.
They're not having a great time. I promise.
But what I'm getting at is they can still do
All right, Jay. Jay Lover. I gotta love the Jay Lover telling us how things are down
I
at the
literally
border.
saw the sign that
Wow.
Biden said. He puts on the thing, it says,
Shame
children
on you.
will get 3 square meals a day, snacks, exercise time.
And Zumba.
Well,
They're doing Zumba.
mind you, my son can't. That's all I'm getting at. Not that they aren't in a